at Torrey Pines, and our entire NBC golf crew looking to get into red figures is Sink.
47 years old, got his son Reagan on the back, and he's already won twice this year. Incredible.
And he's within 3 as we send you over to the 6th and join Gary Koch. Matthias Schmidt just beginning his day. 3rd shot just in front of the green. 9 amateurs starting this latest U.S. Open, and that is the way you get things going.
That's how you do it, and it was all about touch, and the touchy-feely part is the hard part when you come to a U.S. Open, especially as an AM.
Well, a minute ago over at the 7th, this was Richard Bland. 7th, a difficult par 4. And Richard Bland makes short work of it. Should be able to handle that one.
At majors and PGA Tour event venues. Over at 13 we go.
Scheffler for birdie. Curly right to lefter. Beautifully done. And he gets it to 1 under par.
As we go to 13.
And you don't want this one for par. Unless you can make it, like Jordan Spieth.
That Kikuya is the one that's the most feared. The tall rye and the Poe.
Well, and over at 12, Oosthuizen with a putt for a rare birdie here at this long par 4. And Oosthuizen moves it to even par.
2nd shot for Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, that's a good shot. So looks a lot like the second. DJ flew it right over the flag. Yeah, the Seaside Poana is really a nightmare for most players. The guys that succeed on Seaside Poana seem to do it regularly.
Lee Westwood, can he conjure up a little magic after arriving to the 72nd hole 13 years ago and coming up a little short with his birdie putt, which would have put him into that Tiger Rocco playoff?
Stay there. Sit.
And that's the 3rd shot of Hayden Buck.
Jones coming out of the rough, and again, some of the thickest on the golf course. Looks like he had a decent lie.
Yeah, he cut the legs right out from under that ball, and that was beautiful.
Now Henley, the fewest in at 67.
At the 7th, the Masters champion. Oh, just needed to catch a little of the flagstick, and that would have been swallowed. At 13, can't play for birdie. Little right to left down the hill. Curls that in. Another California young man here has played extremely well.
Buckley trying to make the comebacker here for his par to shoot 33 going out. Does it nicely. Making his first debut at a U.S. Open Championship. Hayden Buckley 2 under at the turn.
Just runs out of steam.
Saw Cantley earlier. He was the guy that took advantage of Rahm having to withdraw because of testing positive for COVID with a 6-shot lead headed into that final round. And Rahm, you talk about revenge after having that taken away from him, but he handled it brilliantly. Said it happens.
Got to pay a lot of attention here. It's late in the day and the greens tend to get a little bit beat up in this kind of sunshine.
These are not really tap-ins.
Very challenging shot. The hole hugging that left side of the green today.
Oh, that's a beauty.
Goodness.
An absolute beauty from Casey.
Haven't seen much better than that. You got to hit a moonshot here. Just clear the bunker.
And trying to generate some spin to keep that first bounce as tame as possible.
And that's what DeChambeau was trying to do.
And Stuart Sink going along nicely at even par. Also on a great line, and that may come back. Yeah. This one also very good. The hole locations today are not as severe as they can be. Look at this. Oh, and there we go.
You can actually hit a quality tee shot here at 8 and the ball go in the back bunker. So 3, a very good score at the moment, given the helping wind and the firm greens.
Yep, he put it out a little further to the left.
He pulled up out of that like he didn't like it.
But that is perfect.
It looked like he didn't like it.
It's the Zayden out over here at the 18th, the par 5. With his third.
Yeah, lovely little swing.
The Zayden out. And that is the second time he has had a hole out today. That one for the eagle at 18 as he makes the turn. He also had a couple of birdies earlier at 13 and 14.
Well, over at 7, Rory McIlroy has missed the green with his second shot. This is his third. And lands out beautifully. It's very fast down the slope here. Oh, that's going to curl right in the center.
Wow, what a thing of beauty.
How about that shot with a parasailer behind him as he got his hand out? That's a money shot. In more ways than one.
Carlos Ortiz with a putt for birdie. Look where he's aiming this thing, Paul. Way left. Just get it to the top of the hill. This was a moment ago. Yeah. Go right. Go right. Go right in. Sometimes you get the unexpected pleasure.
This is the 15th, and Kevin Streelman to try to get back to even within 4.
Streelman jumped on him in 08, if I remember, on day 1.
He did, Paul. He opened with 68 and was tied for the first round lead. And back here at 6, Thomas Dietrich with a lengthy putt for birdie. That's where it'll start picking up speed and start moving to the right. Is he going to walk it in just like Ortiz did?
There's your
answer. Come on. It's not that easy from up there. All right, over at 16.
Louis Oosthuizen with a rare shot short of the hole here. This for birdie. Beautifully done. Takes advantage of the uphill putt.
Third shot came up well short, so downhill, tricky putt here for par. Oh, yeah. Boy, do you need to do that to win a U.S. Open, don't you, Paul? You're going to have a lot of those par putts.
Matsuyama for birdie to get back to under par for the championship.
There you go.
Pretty.
Jordan Spieth hit his second shot into that water, known as Devlin's Billabong for the
Bruce Devlin was text messaging me this morning and told me the whole story about how that happened. I thought he just beautiful shot for Jordan, might be able to save par.
Hence the name.
It's McIlroy's third here at the par 5 ninth. Went for the green, unable to hit the putting source. Now will that stay? He did. Good speed. Excellent putt. And over here at 17, Oosthuizen with a chance to reach 2 under. Man, he's been playing some great golf of late. It was right there at the PGA Championship. Ended up in a tie for second behind Phil Mickelson.
Yeah. And this was earlier at the 8th. Thomas Dietrich off the par 3, 158 yards.
Nobody's really been able to get it close here lately. Unless you landed right there. That has to land in the tall grass to get close.
Bland over at the 12th.
Yeah, this is how he got to 3 under par. Lengthy putt up the hill. Oh.
Yep, good start.
And Hideki's over at the 11th for birdie.
You know, I got to say, I never imagined that Hideki could win a major.
Whoa! and he steals one at 11. Just the fourth birdie of the day at this par 3.
There's so much pressure on the Japanese players to perform, but you know, after he did it and you reflect back, you know, he's always one of the last guys to leave the property. He practices, he works as hard as anybody in the game.
Zach Johnson playing his third. Made a career doing this, Paul.
Yep.
Really good driving it in the fairway and hitting great wedge shots. Just like that.
Well, over at 7. This was just earlier at +2. Zach Sucher. And yeah, Zach Sucher stitches that one.
And over here at the second, Stuart Sink has a birdie putt. Good position to putt from here. Actually a little bit uphill and moving left. So a 48-year-old who's already won twice on the PGA Tour this season.
It's a tough little couple holes coming up. Anything on the green here. This looks really good. Oh, yes. 2 beautiful shots in there. And Rory.
Yep. When you consider that just a third of the field is even getting on this green in regulation, that is one of the closest of the day.
It's David Coupland with a lengthy putt for birdie. This was just earlier. Coupland, the 35-year-old from England. Rolls that one in.
Do they yell Coop?
I don't know.
Evidently not.
No. Well, right about now is when you have to show some patience.
Well,
Paul, everybody's going to kind of go through rough patches
Yep.
in an event like this. Over at the third.
And Lee Westwood for birdie. Newly married. A little wedding gift to his caddy, Helen, and wife, of course.
And that's good news to 9.
Dietrich with his third. Let's see if he can control the distance here. Get the ball on that back shelf. Oh, thank goodness for the spin. With a couple of feet, that rolls down the slope.
a lot of break.
Yeah, is it firm enough? Good effort.
Sit. Atta boy.
And Bo Hogue playing his third shot here at the par 4. Yeah.
Hands on hips.
Great reaction, huh? It's like, wow, how did that happen?
To the 12th.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy set with his second shot. Well, I would say he likes it the way he's walking after it. And he should. Oh, he really should. It's one of the best second shots we've seen all day. Well done. Stroke average on the hole today, Paul, 4.4. So you pick up more than a stroke on the field with a birdie. Louis Oosthuizen playing his second from just 100 yards. Strike sounded good. Should have some spin. Oh, yeah. So Oosthuizen will have about 10 feet and a chance to get to 4 under. And Oosthuizen with a very makeable putt here for birdie. This is a chance to tie the lead. A little downhill, a little movement right away.
To the 6th.
Yeah, Schwartzel with a lengthy putt for birdie across the green. Oh, man, have we seen some putts made here at the 6th. And Schwartzel to 1 over par.
DeChambeau.
104. Ball sitting down a little in the first cut. This is well into the green.
Yep, that's
And
what you got
nicely
to do.
done.
That just put the brakes on there. So DeChambeau trying to kind of settle himself. 3 now looking, or 2, I should say, looking for the birdie to convert it.
He needs it. Oh, good putt. Yeah, well played, Hall.
Lee Westwood, second shot here at the long par 4. Well, that should gather into that low area. What a shot. So Westwood will have a chance to get to 1 under.
A slow putt up the hill, and he's got it there. Man, what a putt.
Peter Malnati adding to the birdie list, and there aren't many at that par 3.
Sebastian Munoz with a putt for a birdie. It's down to the back fringe, but it's uphill, so you can be aggressive. And he was. So Munoz gets it to 1 under par.
Brandon Grace just on the first cut.
Brandon Grace gave the U.S. Open a little scare there a few years back at Chambers Bay. And look at that shot. Played it off the hill on the right. Don't know if he did that on purpose, but that's the way to do it. Got to be careful. Guard against going long.
That beauty.
That's fantastic.
This is Bubba over at the 15th.
He likes to hook his irons and fade his woods.
But he can do all of the above with any of them.
He sure can. Oh, yes. That's what you call working the ball. That's the way the hole is designed. It's what the architect wanted you to do. Fine shot.
So a 2-club gap. You don't often see that with these guys.
Right of it, trying to draw. Good line.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot from the Masters champion.
The latest chance for Oosthuizen to catch Henley at the top.
This will be his 3rd really good opportunity in a row. There it is.
Finally, Henley is caught.
All right, up the green. Patrick Reed with his 3rd. Here at the par 4, lengthy bunker shot. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This guy any good around the greens, Paul?
He's phenomenal.
Tremendous shot.
Over at 16, here's Sergio Garcia with his 2nd shot. Laid it up short of the green. And, well, that avoids the embarrassment of putting. Even par for Sergio. It's pretty good.
And over at the 18th, this is Troy Merritt with his 3rd at this par 5.
You've seen some beautiful shots into this back flag stick, and there's another.
That'll be an easy tap-in birdie.
Matsuyama for birdie, Bones.
Let's see if you learn from that putt that Bryson had.
Yeah, he pushed that. He got that one started a little right.
Oh, we didn't hit it.
Ouch.
Fell in love with the line. Got it dead right. Just didn't give it enough. I didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to fly it there and spin it.
What do you think of this play?
Hey, I'll tell you in a
Tell you in a
minute.
second. That's a fantastic play.
That's fabulous.
Oh, my goodness, David.
Totally the right choice.
What a touch from there. Coming off that slow surface. There's Kikuya in the fairways.
Right of the flag.
Oh, he took a big swipe at that. Was able to stop it right back there.
Great club selection.
Yep.
And McIlroy trying to make a par. This one does actually move a little right. It's got some speed. Oh, well, that's a pleasant surprise.
We may be looking back at that putt later in the week, Gary. That was something. This putt is pretty fast. We've seen a couple guys blow it by, but it barely moves left. Easy.
Good call there.
So the Chamber does indeed birdie the last. Plus 273 in defense of his championship at Winged Foot.
Well, I'm not surprised, though. I mean, it's a pretty tough golf course. Oh, I thought he pulled it.
Got it in there. So it's another good day in a major for Hideki Matsuyama, who won the Masters.
Yeah, it's pretty dark right now.
That one drained by Bubba to end his first round at this U.S. Open. Plus 1 round of 72. As Adam Scott is playing in his 80th consecutive start in a major, just dripping over the edge.
Oh, that'll make dinner taste a lot better. What a good start.
Yeah, Adam Scott. That puts him just 3 back. Curls it in. By the way, that 80th consecutive start in a major for Adam Scott is the 4th largest streak of all time. Jack Nicklaus, of course, holds.
That's got to go.
Yeah. But going to be a solid opening round of 69. Going to be the 3rd consecutive year that he's opened with 69 in the U.S. Open. Back in 2019, it led to a tie for 3rd.
When he was quarantining for COVID, Gary, I mean, it's a long time, but he spent like, what, a week without touching the clubs? He was actually playing on a simulator. Well, Rory hustling up with his 3rd to this par 5 18th. Trying to get his day in before it turns totally dark.
Yeah.
He's got a chance to finish with a birdie. And he putts out a turn. So they're just doing whatever it takes. And rolls it right in.
That's a good putt in the dark.
I don't think there was much going on there as far as reading it, because he just said, let's get it in.
You know, you can't see any hues of brightness or whatever. It's just going to be harder to really detect how quick it is going down there. Should go to his left.
Can he get in at 1 under like Rory?
Oh,
no.
Man.
Almost. So it was an off day for Rose, but Dustin Johnson and Rory McIlroy are positioned well. 71 for DJ as he goes after another U.S. Open title. He's got a great track record in these championships.